Shelby Bonney, and I'm the host of the Innovator Series, brought to you by Technology for Obama. And I'm here with Deepak Kamra, who is a partner at Canaan Partners. Canaan looks at close to 4,000 deals a year, funds about 30. Deepak has been responsible for DoubleClick, SuccessFactors, and Match.com, some of the notables, among others. So kind of with that as context, Deepak, I'm just curious about kind of advice. You know, you've seen a lot. You've seen a lot of successful entrepreneurs. You've had success in your own, kind of business on the company side. I'm just curious what kind of advice you would give to people, or kind of lessons learned.
Right. Well, I guess if I was thinking about starting a company, and actually I see too much of people just starting companies because they think they need to start a company. I mean, my dream as a venture capitalist is to have someone come to me and say, listen, I work in this company, big company, they do this, big business, but they're missing this great opportunity that I see every day going by because they don't have the time or the energy, or they just don't want to change their path. So somebody who's got experience with an industry, take DoubleClick for example. These are guys that were working out of an ad agency, Kevin O'Connor, and they saw the internet and they saw an opportunity to come up with an ad network that was based on the internet. Their ad agency didn't want to do that, but they were willing to spin it out. So that's the kind of thing where you're seeing it. Gary Kremen, who founded Match.com, he wanted a date. That's why he founded the company.
Good reason. Sorry, yeah.
And
did he succeed?
Huh?
Did he succeed?
Well, okay. Ultimately, 10 years later.
Yeah.
Okay, but he, his idea was, hey, maybe I start a dating company. There's got to be a better way of dating online. At that point, and this is a long time ago, dating was all in the back pages of newspapers. You bought an ad and you put a picture in if you wanted to, and you put in, single white male looking for whatever. And so he had the idea that it'd be a lot easier to search it if it was on the internet. So really just moving classifieds to the internet. But to me that says it's a real problem. Lars Dahlgaard, the guy behind SuccessFactors, he thought about what's the biggest problem. He was in a company, Novartis. What's the biggest problem I face today? What's the most annoying thing as a business manager that I have in a big company? And you can even do this survey today, you'll get the same answer. Performance reviews. People hate doing them. They have to do them. The HR department wants you to do them every 6 months, and you end up saying the same kind of boilerplate. So he automated that process. He put it in software, and he made sure that people would review each other. So those are just examples of find a pain point and try to fix it.
And that's contrasted with kids sitting at Harvard Business School, like I want to vet a company, but not actually have
I got to do a
company.
Startup, and it's kind of in the abstract, and they haven't really, thought about what it is they're trying to fix.
What kind of advice do you have in terms of kind of career management? So someone who's kind of embarking on a long career and hopefully does lots of different wonderful things like you've done, how should someone approach kind of career development or kind of managing their own career as best they can?
That's a tough one. I mean, I kind of fell into where I have. So I guess my advice would be just kind of go with. Sometimes you can't lay out a path of here is what I want to do. And I talk to a lot of people today who say, well, yes, I want to do this. I want to be in venture capital. Then I want to do this. And, it's very hard to lay out a path for the long term. I mean, I came out of business school, Harvard Business School.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm a Harvard Business School grad too.
Nothing wrong with it. Okay. And came out of there, and there was no venture capital industry. Okay, I mean, there was a tiny venture capital industry. So if I couldn't have even aspired to that, I didn't even know what it was. And it took me 10 years to figure out that was something I wanted to do. So I would just say that you don't even know what's going to be out there 10, 20 years from now. Don't set too firm a path as to where you want to be.
Yeah, well, that's great advice. It's been fun talking to you. We'll talk more. So thank you, Deepak.